The Rothman Institute presents Take 5 on Hawks All Access.
I know it might not look like it outside, but baseball season is just around the corner. Major League pitchers and catchers report to camp next week, and the St. Joseph's baseball team and college teams across the country start playing real games next Friday. With us today is senior left-hander Steven Schuler. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Fired up for the season to start?
Yeah, getting very excited for it.
Good.
Yeah.
America's pastime is baseball. That's what they call it. How did it become Steven Schuler's pastime? What brought you to the Diamond?
Just growing up. Obviously, father introduced it at a young age. My favorite memories were in the backyard playing with the pitchback.
Right.
It's competition for me, and I don't really know why, whether it was just battling it out on the wiffle ball field with my friends, or I just drew a real liking to the game.
Was there anything else you played when you were younger?
I played ice hockey growing up,
right,
up until high school. Our school was too small to have a team.
Oh, yeah.
I played soccer in high school as well, but that was...
What position did you play in soccer?
I was a goalkeeper.
A goalkeeper?
So, yeah.
Do you think there's any similarity between the mindset of being a goalkeeper and being a pitcher?
No, I didn't take much out of playing soccer.
Just something to do in the fall.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stay in shape.
Talking about the mindset of a pitcher, you've been a very valuable guy out of the bullpen throughout your career. Did you start in high school or earlier in your career?
High school, I was a starter, yeah.
Is there a different, obviously there's a different mindset, but how do you look at it, the difference between starting and relieving? What is your personal approach to that role?
Yeah, well, a reliever is so confidence-based. It's having to have a short memory and keeping in mind the positives that you can take out of each outing, even if it does go negative.
Right.
And it's a trust in yourself, and not only in yourself, but in the 8 other guys on the field that they trust you to get the job done. And,
right,
and if you can go out there and you're confident and you're having fun, it makes it a lot easier. Now, if you're a starter, you're trying to go 7 innings. You're not trying to go out there for 1 inning and blow it out and with a lot of intensity. And if it's drawn out, you kind of got to spread the intensity out. Now,
right,
going out for 1 inning, I can let it all out,
right,
and I enjoy that a lot more.
So the strategy of it is a little different.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
People seem to think that things are kind of kooky out in the bullpen. Is that true? Do you guys get up to hijinks?
That's without a doubt true. Yeah, we have some fun out there.
Good.
Got to embrace it, though.
Speaking of the bullpen, you have a bullpen out at your new ballpark.
Yeah.
Not new anymore. You're in the third year playing there. Aside from that, or maybe that is the answer, what to you is the biggest difference in the program from when you arrived as a freshman to now going into your senior year?
Obviously the field. It's nice to have that here on campus. I would say more the mindset of the team and of the players. There's not as many individualistic people on the team. It's more we opposed to when I first came in. There was a lot of there was a lot of I want to do well opposed to we want to do well.
Right.
And when it all really boils down, the only thing that matters is wins.
Right.
So however you get there is no big deal to me.
Right. You talked about wins. A couple years ago, you guys made the A-10 tournament for the first time. Last 2 years, you've set school records for wins. Is the expectation changed? Like now it's like, well, we don't just want to go out there and play well. Now we expect to play well and we expect to win games.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember sophomore year was more let's get to the tournament. Let's get to the tournament. And even then, at the same time, I kind of thought, hey, if we're there, we might as well win the whole thing, right? And I think that's more the expectation now. Is it's no longer let's get there. It's more let's get out of there and let's get to the next stage after that. Yeah.
And we talked about the differences in the program. What about you personally? What's the one thing you think has changed the most about you? Is it your approach to the game or to school or anything else? What about you has evolved the most?
I would say my willingness to learn every day. I was an arrogant freshman that thought I knew what I was doing, and you didn't. And you needed to be willing to learn and realize that every day you can pick something up, whether it's from someone else or from coach. And that's, I think, kind of been integral in my development. And I would say a lot of people would say the same thing.
Now, change gears a little bit, but not too much. Are you a big Phillies fan?
A huge Phillies fan.
Phillies fan? All right, well, they're getting ready to report to Clearwater. It's been a rough couple of years. What do you think the Phillies have to do to get back into contention?
A lot of luck? No. I think that it's tough to justify some of the moves that they've made this offseason.
Right. Are you talking about Bobby Abreu?
I'm talking about Marlon Byrd getting more money than imaginable, and it's. I was actually being serious about the luck. There's no more homegrown talent down there coming up. We got a few guys, but I mean, the teams like Washington and give it 2 years, Houston. Teams are prime to use their farm systems, and the Phillies don't have that right now. That I think you can attribute that to being good for so long that you don't get your top draft picks like Tampa Bay or Houston for that matter.
You seem like you would be willing to put up with a couple of years of poor baseball if there was an end goal.
Well, the difference between the Phillies and the teams I named was the money that we can spend. We don't have to have bad. The Phillies don't have to have bad.
You can do both
years.
at the same time.
Exactly right, yeah.
All right, your last question. We like to have some fun with it, and today will be no different. In college, they use the designated hitter rule, so pitchers don't get to bat for the most part. Well, suppose one day in practice things were different, and you put on a helmet and you grabbed a bat. You could pick one of your fellow pitchers to face. Who do you know you're going to step in there and get a base hit against?
Could I definitely get a hit off of? Oh, goodness. Probably, I'll even go lefty-lefty. I think I could get a hit off Jack Stewart.
Oh, really?
I think I could.
Now, keep in mind, at some point we may ask you to
Please don't
do this.
Please don't do that.
So you're not that confident?
No. I don't think I could hit any of them.
Steve, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks
for
having me.
Good luck this season.
Thanks a lot.
St. Joseph's baseball team kicks off its season next Friday, February 14th, down in North Carolina. And after that, their home opener, March 7th, another Friday afternoon, they'll host Iona over at Smithson Field. So come on out and take in some baseball, and hopefully the weather will hold up. For Hawks All Access, I'm Joe Greenwich, sitting in for Matt Martucci. Matt's a little under the weather, so Matt, we hope you feel better. He'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. Take care, everybody.